Sue Shaw is a mum of two and a full-time community nurse. Life was good and she was settling down into her new job 2 years ago. In June 2015, she went to her doctor about her throat, but eventually told them she'd discovered something else.
Though I'm a nurse, I was a bit embarrassed about disclosing the fact that I've found something different. But just before I left the room, I thought, no, I've got to be sensible and tell him. He examined me. He wasn't quite clear that there was anything to be worried about, but he still referred me to the hospital. And within about 11 days, I was up at the hospital having an ultrasound scan, the mammogram, then an ultrasound scan, biopsies, and at that time I was also told that yes, it was more than likely it was breast cancer. I saw my life flash before me.
Sue underwent 3 operations to get rid of the 7.5 centimetre tumour in her breast, along with 6 rounds of chemotherapy and 3 weeks of radiotherapy. But it was in those 3 weeks she took up running. She ran 3.5 miles a day, every day. Her mission was to raise awareness and money for the Salisbury Breast Cancer Unit, raising just under £800.
Each day that I ran, obviously it was an achievement, and with the support of the people of Salisbury, the donations were coming in, messages such as there was one lady whose father was going through radiotherapy, and she said that seeing my story was inspiring him to be strong throughout his treatments as well. I'd run up to the top of the hill, looking down at the spire, my little tree root marker, and then I'd stop at the co-op, do a pit stop at the co-op, they'd cheer me on. And then the fire station, obviously the firefighters, that was quite a nice little cheer on, and then the railway station staff as well. So yes, it was a very positive, feel-good thing to do.
After being encouraged to write a book about her journey, she approached a publishing company in October this year who decided they would help to share her story.
I think everyone that's read it is touched by it. I mean, we've had, obviously, been proofread. The big problem with it was we had to get it out very, very quickly. But everyone who has read it, there's a couple of people that have endorsed the book who've read it, and everyone says the same thing. It's an inspirational story, and it's basically in Sue's own words. So that's and we think that's quite important for this type of book.
I've never actually had one published before. And it kind of just every time I had a moment I would write things on my iPhone, and I've got videographic memory so I can sort of fill in the bits in between, because I had no idea how much time was involved in writing a book. It is actually quite a challenge to actually write a book, especially when you're working and looking after your family and your house. So,
how did it feel to be writing your story, physically writing what you've been through?
I think, as people say, it's very cathartic. It's very, it helps. It helps the journey. It helped me along the journey, writing my feelings down. Yeah, definitely.
Sue is now going around the city to tell her story, with £1 from every book sale going towards Salisbury Hospital's Stars Appeal. She says she's hoping to take the book nationwide in the future and to keep spreading awareness of breast cancer.
Although I was already a positive person, it makes you realise that if you've got an opportunity to do something in life, you need to reach out and do it. Make the most of every day. Just go for any opportunities that are presented to you.
Kara Digby, That's TV.